And that's the way they've started the game. The speed of the game matters for Phoenix as well. They want to play fast.
Ball ricochets to Minnesota off the tip. Shot clock winding down. Williams getting by Copper. Blocked on the reverse attempt by Bryant. Wow, pushing the tempo down the lane. How'd she get that to go?
That's a smart play. With the piece of Collier with one foul, Cloud goes right under in transition.
Tremendous body control on the finish. Trying to thread the needle. McBride turned it over. Cunningham coming out of there with it, and here comes Cloud for the Mercury.
That's Taurasi with that steal deflection.
Copper got the bounce.
This is a much better start for a Phoenix team coming on the road. You've got to take it right at the home team. Facing elimination.
And they call a foul on Diana Taurasi.
We haven't had a chance to catch our breath and talk about Taurasi. 21 points in game one, 5 triples, 8 for 16 from the floor. She hasn't said this is it. We've got no confirmation from that. We asked her about it today.
They rotated to Williams inside great low post position for Collier. Could not hit the shot.
Well, you can't catch it any deeper than that.
Phoenix has started this game 5 for 5 offensively. Taurasi got the 3.
She is so good off those drags, left or right. And Brittany Griner sets those screens. She can take 2 players out with those screens.
A 9-0 Phoenix Mercury run. 6:03 to go in the first. Phoenix in control early.
ESPN coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs is presented by Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google, and is marked by Gatorade, Is It In You, and Nike.
Joy, 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 down in my heart. Deep down in my heart. It's down in my heart. I got a joy, 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 down in my heart. Down in my heart today. I got this greatest feeling. This feeling freely here to stay. And it's a joy that needs revealing. So I just want to say,
What do you find that we tip of the flight not to take it apart? So I can let you some notice, it's a good way to play it.
When you're with Amex Platinum, you're set up for the perfect solo trip. No matter what that looks like. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Asia, the car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
I'm a leader by pushing my teammates to be the best that they can be.
I am a leader because I set a strong example.
I'm a leader by being responsible.
I stand up for myself and others. I'm confident. I can.
We want girls to lead their own way. That's why the NBA and WNBA are proud to support Leading Girls, a program that teaches girls to reject stereotypes and embrace their leadership superpowers. This is what leadership looks like.
So what's the recipe for a championship squad in Minnesota? Well, how about an MVP candidate in Lisa Collier? Top 5 in the W in points, rebounds, and steals. Career seasons from Kayla McBride, Alana Smith, and Bridget Carlton. And you also need that defense as well. Second in opponent's points per game and first in opponent field goal and 3-point field goal percentage this season for Minnesota. How about some other ingredients? Let's send it over to our group line.
Well, Courtney Williams is a very important ingredient and actually showed all that timeout
to tell her, hey, you've got to create just like you did in game one, because her off that pick and roll in game one was the difference. She's been a scorer in two guard her entire life, but now she's embracing that point guard position. Today she told me, listen, I have made a lot of shots in my career, but now my joy comes with playmaking because it creates a dynamic of team over self. And I remember those 8 assists she had on Sunday, so many of them coming in pressure moments, but not for Williams. She said, I don't feel the pressure, I don't feel the score. I don't think, I just play.
You know what, Brooke? She doesn't want to be the point guard, though. She wants to be the lead guard. And that's a derivative of Katie Smith during her time playing in Detroit for Bill Lambier and Cheryl Reed. Katie was forced to be the point guard, but when they called her the lead guard, it changed her attitude and mentality about it. And that's the way Courtney's taking it on.
Taurasi with the miss. That's the first miss of the ball game for the Mercury. So it will go to the Lynx. Speaking of Courtney Williams' playmaking, she had 2 field goals, 3 assists during the crucial moments, as Brooke pointed out, in the fourth quarter on Sunday. Minnesota trying to get going. Carlton in and out on a 3. Mercury by 8.
Part of the reason why their defensive numbers are so good, Grady, is because they sacrifice going to the offensive glass. They move the ball well, and they know where their shots are coming.
Great hands defensively by Courtney Williams off the knee of Copper and out of bounds. Minnesota has missed their last 7 shots. Again, one of the most efficient offenses in the WNBA this past season.
The game one had 34 baskets, 30 of which were assisted.
Caleb McBride from beyond the arc.
Caleb McBride tried to tell me she was not a good three-point shooter in college. She did make 90 in her career. Right there, that 3 is number 109 this season. 4 years in Notre Dame, and Mark McGraw backed me up. Her coach at Notre Dame said it was false. She was a good shooter.
Taurasi. They call it a 3, 16-8 Phoenix. Nice dive. Smith, the lane off the feet from the lead guard.
I love the way Courtney Williams reached the second level. She's so good at seeing that screen and roll defender.
And defensive 3 seconds is the call. Because Lisa Collier played too far off the Sophie Cunningham.
Well, she was just leaning in to help on 6'9", Brittany Breyer.
And some substitutions now for the Mercury.
You know,
That's option back checking in, and Celeste Taylor wearing the mask. We saw her take a shot from Collier on Sunday.
I was going to say, with Breyer going to the bench, Brady, you mentioned it. The first possession of the game, Phoenix went inside. Breyer had 2 feet in the paint. Minnesota will bring the double team, and they mix it up where it comes from. They like to bring it from the baseline side, but if she puts it on the floor, they will bring it from the top.
Breyer a couple of blocks in his first quarter. Here's Cloud getting it to Mack. Mack inside off the heel, no. Cunningham getting in there with the steal. Taylor will slow things up. 6 minutes gone by in this opening quarter here at Target Center. Cloud nowhere to go. Taylor inside, Copper left hand, no, but fouled on the play.
It's a good cut without the ball by Leah Copper. I want to give you this number here. Lindsay Schnell from USA Today looked this up, did the research on this. There's 145 players in the W, 100 of which in college were either first, second, third, or honorable mention All-American. That woman was not either. None of those.
Let's take a quick look at the upcoming WNBA playoff schedule. Friday, if necessary, Game 3 in the desert between the Mercury and the Lynx. And then Sunday, Las Vegas, New York Liberty, the semifinals, Game 1. From all these games, go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app.
When I shared those numbers with Copper, she said, mentioned the grind and how proud she was of all the work she put in, and including winning a gold medal on the Olympic team. But also that number also speaks to how much talent there is in this WNBA. Product is really good.
Copper herself has increased her career high in scoring the last 3 seasons. Pull up over Carlton, left it short. And Maisha Hines Allen on the floor with the rebound. Williams. Oh, the discard by Collier. And the finish.
That's what you call a rim run. You run to the front of the rim, not to the block.
7 first quarter points for Collier. Cloud drawing contact and will they call for the foul? This could be 2 on Collier.
The rim run is to the front. A lot of times it leads to a layup. This right here leads to an incredible post up. Look at the seal and the contact that Collier hangs onto with Cunningham. It does discard her so that she can catch it at the front of the rim.
They get Maisha Hines Allen with the foul. That's her first foul. And 33 points in game 1. Second most in WNBA history for a player in her first postseason game with the team. And the second player in WNBA history with a 30-10 postseason performance.
In this series right now, Taurasi is a combined 7 for 13 from the 3-point line. She is setting up for a big one here tonight, too.
Collier strong. Try the window.
I'm telling you, Cheryl Reed can put her anywhere and she can be productive. Such a versatile offensive skill set.
Finally, Minnesota's come to the line.
No good. Bounce on the ball. And now CD coming out of there with her.
Look how hard Minnesota runs the floor.
Zandalacini no on the 3.
But you get that open trail 3 because Collier runs the floor hard. Bridget Carpenter runs the opposite wing hard.
Taurasi quick trigger, no. And you talked to her during the shoot around earlier about could this be it? And she doesn't want to go there. She acknowledges, we all know, she has not made a decision. She has not announced anything.
I said, TT, what's the difference between 42 and 43?
Okay, what's the question? She said, I haven't said anything yet. No announcement.
I got it.
Carlton has been so good this season for the Minnesota Lynx. Their deficit is 3. Wow, taking the time up top. Over to Mac. Free throw line jumper is good.
Yeah, they don't run much offense for Mac. She is supposed to run the floor hard, block shots, set good screens, but she gets herself to the nail off that screen and roll. That is a nice short roll by Tasha Mac.
Williams on the drive in the lane. The runner is good.
Look at the elevation by Courtney Williams. All mid-range.
Cloud rises, connects, and has something to say to the fans in the front row.
She ain't messing around. I tell you what, she's played so well because they keep going under ball screen action on her. And that's the way you typically have to guard her. She's more dangerous turning the corner than she is knocking down triples. I don't think that we'll see Cheryl Reed's defense make an adjustment on Cloud yet.
Cloud again, the 33 in game 1, 9 points in this opening quarter. 50 seconds to go in the first. Collier kept the pivot, kick out. Zandalacini in the corner, long, Taurasi the board.
Got a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Phoenix goes quickly.
Cloud on the logo, watched by the teacher Heidemann. Wow, over to Griner. Griner outside. Taurasi for 3, no good. And Zandalacini is fouled on the play. They're going to get Celeste Taylor with the foul. First in the final 2 minutes on the Mercury.
You got to give it up for the rookie Celeste Taylor finding a place on the Phoenix Suns
At the end of the first quarter on Sunday.
after being cut by Indiana Fever.
Look for Maisha Hines Allen right here.
Nice out on the late season acquisition. Here's Heidemann. 8 on the game clock. Inside Collier, the fadeaway view.
It's such a great cut from the weak side.
Copper up ahead. Blocked by Collier at the horn. Nevertheless, a strong opening frame from the Phoenix Mercury. 9 points for Natasha Cloud. Nafisa Collier leading all scores with 11 on 5 of 6 shooting. Let's send it over to Brooke.
Diana, what's been the difference the way you guys started this quarter versus game one? Yeah, I think we're just a little bit more physical. I think we're a little bit more disciplined on the things we're trying to do on both ends. And, it's a really good team we're playing against.
Absolutely. You with 7 points in that first quarter. How is your feeling, your mentality about taking more shots?
Yeah, we're all going to be aggressive. If we're open, we're going to shoot a lot of threes, kind of inside of BG. It's no secret what we like to do. We just got to all be locked in, aggressive, and ready to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. Phoenix looking far from finish. 1 quarter in the books. Diana Taurasi, 7 points in the first. The Mercury leading by 4 on ESPN.
If you want to stand for something greater, you have to. And get back up. To show that when you stand for something, it will stand forever. Gatorade. Is it in you?
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
the trip the world takes are trips home. It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with, we know because at Delta we're travelers, just like you, which is why we try to make you feel at home long.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low stakes environment.
This is playoff basketball.
This is a place where basketball matters. If you love real basketball, welcome to the W.
With your lethal body deodorant, you can dare to do the things DM never lets you, like a little weeknight spontaneity with no pre-shower. Because up to 72 hours ago, you knew Flummy could stop odor-causing bacteria reactions. Go to LumiDeo.com and get your first starter pack for 30% off.
Did you know fun refrigerated couches, a fun bed, and packed with Mercury?
I did.
Oh, don't forget dragon fruit. You're really good at that. There's no added sugar, GMOs, or preservatives.
Once kids try Once Upon a Farm, they won't stop talking about all the goodness we put inside.
See, get away.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google. 1 quarter in the books. Phoenix leading Minnesota 25-21 in this do or die. Game 2. Michael Grady, Debbie Antonelli, Brooke Weisbrod. Deb, what stood out to you in that first quarter?
Well, when you're facing elimination, you got to bring the fight to the home team, and that's exactly what I think Phoenix has done. They played with pace. They mixed up their coverages on Collier. She's still a handful to deal with, but I think they've been very aggressive on both ends of the floor, pushing pace.
Letitia Heidemann will bring it up for the Lynx. 25-21. Here's Heidemann on the drive. Off with goal for 2. We welcome in Phoenix head coach Nate Tibbetts and coach. Different start for your team than what we saw on Sunday. What was the difference?
Yeah, focus is really good. Obviously, defensively, we slowed them down. D3s.
Coach, how can you mix it up on Collier a little bit? She's going to live it in the first quarter.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with Collier? I mean, she's got 11 in the first quarter. How do you deal with that?
We just got to keep showing their bodies, mixing up the defense. She's an MVP candidate. You know, we're going to make her work.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. You're locked in.
And we saw the focus today, shoot around. We know what it's like.
They should have locked in. We have a jump ball here, so Reiner and Collier will jump it up. About 7-inch difference between these two, and Reiner easily wins the tip. Back.
Getting extended minutes.
Here's Reiner now. Tough fadeaway, won't go. Back nearly had the offensive board, but Collier secures it. Here's Collier from the nail, knocking it down.
I've been really pushing, trying to get into that quick hitter. Both these teams are so efficient on the offensive end to start the game.
We're all tied up at 25.
Both shooting 50% rate. So when you play in a game like this with so much on the line, can you disrupt enough of the other team's possessions on the defensive end? Because they both are tough to stop offensively.
Minnesota a chance to take the lead. Vangelisini over to Heidemann for three. No, rebound Copper.
Cunningham doing a great job putting Collier on the block, forcing that further shot.
He's a handful. Inside, Mack. Good. Quality minutes, as you mentioned, from Natasha Mack.
They're running stuff in transition in the middle third. Maisha Hines-Allen is slow up the floor. It's 4 on 5 right here.
Holding her right thigh and some discomfort. And a foul is called, and Maisha Hines-Allen is going to have to come out of this game. Kayla McBride and Alana Smith will check in, but Maisha Hines-Allen, a key contributor since being traded to Minnesota last month from DC. Phoenix by 2. McBride around the Smith screen. Down the lane. Floats it up.
Before Reiner could even turn around and get a hand on it. What a play by McBride.
Tied up again. Cunningham for 3. No good. Nice rebound. Billings with the putback.
You know, Minnesota likes playing, or excuse me, Phoenix likes playing with 2 bigs against Minnesota.
Oh, threading the needle. Oh, Alana Smith. Bucket in the foul.
Alana Smith had 2 huge defensive plays late in game 1. Did a tremendous job on the defensive end. And here with her offhand, really nice bounce pass and feed by Williams.
Second foul on Natasha Cloud. And Smith just gave Minnesota the lead.
Remember, you get 6 fouls in the WNBA.
Here's Cloud. On the drive, gets it into Griner. Griner's put in the defense, couldn't hit the shot. Copper, the foul, swatted by Collier out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mercury.
One of the things that Phoenix has done since the last time out is crash the glass a little bit better, right? Billings on the board. Now Copper.
Cloud, the mini, no. And Smith running down the rebound. And Cloud just picked up another foul. In transition, knocking down Heidemann. That's going to be her 3rd.
I mean, she's looking at Coach Tibbetts and she's saying, don't take me out. I don't want to come out.
You're just too valuable to this Phoenix team. And they called a clear path foul. So not just a foul on the Natasha Cloud.
Cloud's trying to say BG was ahead of her when the foul happened.
Our officials, Eric Bruce, and Kevin Fahey. Here's another look at it.
I'm not sure Looked like Phoenix had loaded up their defense back in transition.
That's a tough call against the Mercury. 2-point lead for the Lynx. 3 minutes going by in the second quarter.
You got to accelerate through their action here.
Strong drive, McBride again. No. Smith the offensive board. Outside, Carlton for three.
Oh, buckets. And just like that,
7-0.
Minnesota is back in front on a 7-0 run. 34-29.
Say caller PC. Carlton from G.
ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs, presented by Google, is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. You remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
Huh. What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Man, remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phone at googlestore.com.
There she is, Jade Ross, best ET on the game.
Her cyber defense is fire.
Yeah, but Emily Foster, corporate finance queen of Kansas City.
Wait, hold on. Is that Lucy Carter?
Just look right at me. You had such a great Q4. Can we take a selfie, please?
Where's a good time photo?
Your LinkedIn profile.
Can I have your coffee, sleep?
At US Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Caleb from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
What you say?
We got now.
Is this what you want? These crunchy ridges?
Yes, coach.
If you want to secure the bag, then step it up.
Does he know there's more ruffles in the pantry?
You want these chips? Keep practicing.
What y'all doing out there?
Take it down.
Taking breaths. Proud of y'all.
We go on and on and on and on and on.
People are into it.
Fire.
Super 5 and
Let's check out tonight's WNBA Fits, brought to you by Google.
Okay, Pete.
And you know the drill, Deb. You look good, you feel good,
You play good.
you play good.
They say good.
Game dressed to impress, and she is open early in this game.
6 for 7. Multiple defenders working hard off the ball, running the court hard. All the non-stat things that makes all that work for Minnesota in their offense.
Like the fit you saw, search what you see using the Google. It is loud here at Target Center. The Lynx on a 7-0 run. And they lead by 5. This is their largest lead of this first half.
I like this smaller lineup on the floor for Minnesota.
Rafi tried to find Griner, stolen by Carlton.
Minnesota 2 for the last 10. Excuse me, Phoenix 2 for the last 10.
Oh, she gonna throw it on her.
Great low post position, the fade, no.
And the foul.
But it earns a trip to the charity stripe.
You see how deep those catches are for Collier? I mean, that is all that work off the ball. She just has tremendous timing. She knows when to cut. She's terrific at shaping up to the ball. They do a good job of finding her, too. They're very patient on the perimeter.
The WNBA and Rock the Vote are teaming up to get WNBA fans ready to vote. Scan the QR code now to find out more. Once again, I just wanted to enjoy how quiet
Yeah,
it's during Minnesota. It's free
I'm
throw.
afraid to speak. She might be able to hear me.
Full court pressure by Heidemann. Celeste Taylor getting it across the timeline. Taylor over to Griner in the corner. Back inside to Griner. Once again, seeing the double and scores anyway.
I mean, it's a great job to move the ball and then duck back in. Take Griner away from pressure, dive her back to the block, and let her score.
36-31. Heidemann. Beautiful feed to Smith.
They do such a great job of keeping the help busy and occupied and away from the middle third.
4 assists off the bench for Heidemann. Another Phoenix turnover. McBride to Smith. Count it. 9-point advantage for the Lynx. And Taurasi is tripped and fouled.
Watch the D, Minnesota, the best defense in the league.
That's right. Best defense in the league, Minnesota.
They watch this middle third right here. Screen,
Chad, tell me what you think. I got Minnesota winning it all.
shooters in the corner. You can't pitch. Well designed.
Copper, the mid-range pull-up, bounces home. Copper now with 5 points. And that's a kickball. And Natasha Cloud back out there on the floor. She has 3
You gotta
fouls.
trust her. You gotta trust her. Your offense is a little bit out of sync. She's such a good
3
communicator
fouls.
on their defense.
5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Mid mark of this second quarter.
Veteran guards this time of year.
You're gonna pick
And
up
this is
4
an
fouls.
elimination
easily.
game, potentially. You need one of your key players. And Copper, another key player for the Mercury, just picked up her second foul.
There's a switch, but then there's a switch to steal. And that's what Cotton was doing right there. She was switching aggressively trying to get a steal.
And it's not just the fact that they're fouling, it's the kind of fouls that we're seeing. Natasha Cloud, the open court foul on Heidemann. Copper herself has had a couple of ticky-tack fouls in this series.
You know, Grady, Minnesota's a good free throw shooting team. So you put them in the bonus early in the cold guard, you're going to make a lot of free throws.
Bad start off the bench for Natisha Heidemann. And Courtney Williams will check in next step ball. And what a luxury. We know how valuable Courtney Williams is, and Heidemann, the backup, playing well. Copper.
That's a
foul by Carlton.
freedom of movement or speed with a balance fitness. No freedom of movement in the rule book. It's not written.
It's not written in the first book. Williams back out there. Heidemann got a nice round of applause.
I'd like for it to be.
Copper in the corner.
Switch.
Lost the handle. Cloud chases it down. Taurasi from the elbow, nice feed. And Matt the payoff.
Natasha, Matt. 6 points off the bench.
Phoenix hanging around. Step through from Collier. Can't hit. Cunningham the rebound. Pushing it ahead.
Cunningham all the way.
See how McBride didn't help on that penetration, but she had Taurasi.
Copper couldn't hit the three. She's now 2 for 8 in this first half. Williams for 3. No. Phoenix got off to a fast start. The second quarter has been dominated by the Lynx.
This is a good job right here by Natasha Cloud. Slow it down, ready for possession. Give Taurasi a chance. Catch her breath.
Wow. A lot of dribbling. Sees a double.
I mean, Mac is wide open each time.
Well,
Who's on Mac?
Over to help on that. You got to have somebody in the backside drop
Right.
down. No one did. That's the kind of stuff that makes Cheryl Reeve upset, and that's why she's calling timeout. She's mad at her defense right now. She is not happy. Watch Natasha Cloud. Here comes the help, right?
There was no need for her to help.
Has there ever been a better time for women's hoop? Megan Reyes here from Good Follow on DraftKings Network, bringing you all the action from around the league. Women's basketball is on fire, and DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet on this epic season. New customers, download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to score $200 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
I'm Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Dejanay Carrington, Cameron Brink. If I had to describe myself in one word on the court, it would be menace.
When you're on the court, nothing else matters.
Me on the court is fire.
I'm just ready to go to work.
I want my legacy to be that I left the game in a better place.
Everybody
is wearing stain.
I'm telling you, Coach Staley, I could really get used to this retirement thing.
Coach K, there's a goat here.
The story of my life.
No, Coach, there is a goat here.
What's this?
$1,000 hospital bill, but I have good health insurance. Did you say Gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Getting help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
So, what did you think of the pitch I emailed you?
Yes, the one that you emailed me. I remember. The bitch. Oh, dog days. What a title. Here we go. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
We about to level up. We about to level up. The next icon of vacation. Start with me. Book today.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-water, stretched thinner, made bigger, more for your money. Extra large New York style one topping pizza for only $10.99. Let it hit you from Papa John's.
Taking a look at the WNBA playoff bracket, really looking forward to New York Liberty, the #1 seed, taking on the Las Vegas Aces, rematch of last year's WNBA Finals. What a great finish in Connecticut. Connecticut getting a sweep over Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And they await the winner of this series, Minnesota and Phoenix, the Visa Collier. 38 points in game one, 16 so far here in game two, Deb.
By my count, 4 different players have attempted to defend her. Cunningham, Cloud, Mack, and Billings. None with success.
And they say it's last touch by Minnesota, so it's going to be Phoenix basketball, 3:18 to go in this second quarter. That's the first turnover in the last 10 minutes and 45 seconds for the Minnesota Lynx. Cunningham up top. Time to find that. Broken up by Smith. Carlton.
Smith has had a career best offensive season, but her defense in this series has been impressive.
Collier.
Oh, look it! Lisa Collier.
Give her 19. And again, not breaking a sweat.
She does not sweat. Incredible physical conditioning and the stamina to play at this level. Third best in minutes played in the league. Minnesota is such a great threat. Look at this against the zone. Inside to the nail. Draw help. Kick to the open three-point shooter.
This is an unreal start to this postseason for the Visa Collier.
Bridget Carl's guards have penetrated really well.
Up ahead to Billy. It's tough. Bucket. Count it and put her on the line.
They go make inside two-man games. They go flare screen into ball screen. Cunningham puts it on the money. Smith late with the help.
Billings started the season with Dallas, was released at the end of a hardship contract before signing a rest of the season contract here with the Mercury. Missing the free throw. Griner, the offensive board, and a follow. Huge sequence there for the Mercury.
I mean, 6'9", hard to box out.
This has been a much better start to this game by Brittany Griner. McBride, straight on no. Long rebound to Carlson. Smith up top for three. No good. And Cunningham the ball. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Great position by Griner. Bucket and the foul.
As soon as Smith let that three-point shot go, Griner ran to the front of the rim, and Smith.
Oh, don't look now.
BG.
Phoenix Mercury has cut that 9-point lead.
It's a tremendous pass away from the D to the target hand.
44-45. Minnesota leads by 1.
10 points in game one, shooting 30% from the floor. 5 of 7 so far tonight. And 11 points in this first half for Brittany Griner. A 7-0 Phoenix Mercury run. Back and forth we go. Courtney Williams barking out instructions. Over to Collier. Turns the corner. Puts it up. No good. Tap out of bounds. Last touch by Billings. Coming up on the WNBA halftime, presented by State Farm. Collier. Fast start in this first half. LaChina, Andrea, and Carolyn in studio. And
That's on his foot.
What's a
Let's go feed.
Finished second in MVP voting this year to Asia Wilson, who won her third in a historic WNBA individual season.
Oh, Taylor climbing the ladder for the offensive board. Cloud over to Billings. Inside. Kick out. Extra pass. Great ball movement. Cloud for three.
You gotta stop leaving Cloud open. Cloud's been killing him.
All tied up at 47 with a minute to go in this first half. Hines Allen inside. Collier triple teamed and it's foul. It's going to be on Brittany Griner, her second.
You gotta love the way Phoenix is sharing the basketball, spreading the floor, moving it quickly, putting the defense at a disadvantage. You're trying to get rotation, you're trying to get closeouts.
Diana Taransi, Kalia Copper back in for the last 50.7. And once again, this crowd will get deathly quiet.
I call it respect.
It is respect.
It's amazing respect.
Turn into a golf course. Got the Mercury fans in the building. 49-47. 2-point advantage. Hard screen by Cunningham. Cloud, hard drive, floats it up, no good. Hines Allen the board, pushing the tempo. Courtney Williams back to Hines Allen, no.
Should have taken one step further.
Differential shot clock and game clock. How about the hustle from Cloud after Copper knocked it off her knee? It's been that kind of a first half of Kalia Copper.
And it's just not a tight handle by Copper, right? It's just too loose. And maybe some indecisiveness, too. I mean, if she's going to the rim, she's going.
So the Lynx can hold for the final shot of this first half. You mentioned the free throw shooting for Minnesota. They've only missed one free throw in this entire season, the series thus far. 33 for 34. Williams, pounded by Copper up top. Williams over to Collier for three, no good. Rebound secured by Taylor, and not enough time to get up a shot. The piece of Collier setting the tone for the Minnesota Lynx. 23 points on 8 of 11 shooting, 3 assists, 2 blocks. And her Lynx lead by 2 at the break. Stay tuned for the WNBA halftime presented by State Farm. We'll join Latana Robinson, Andrea Carter, and Carolyn Peck after these messages. What a first half here in downtown Minneapolis.
Minnesota going to halftime with a 2-point lead. Fee Collier doing all she can, but let me tell you, Phoenix Mercury is bringing that fight. So can't wait for the second half.
Reimagine yourself. Introducing the all-new Reimagined Nissan Case.
I'm over it.
I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control.
Introducing Opill, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. Opill, birth control in your control. Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best. Because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
And they're gonna be on ESPN Plus. Legends of Luck.
And the promises drama, an element of chaos.
Titus Watch. Evans and Wnba make their derby debut. A match that defines the city. Sunday, I get from on ESPN Plus.
With meaningful body deodorant, you can dare to do the things Pio never lets you. Like a little weeknight spontaneity with no pre-shower. Because if it's 72 hours ago, you use Lumi to stop odor-causing bacteria reactions. Go to LumiDeo.com and get your first starter pack for 30% off.
Did you know refrigerated caption, a box and pack for your treats? I did. Oh, don't forget tracking fruit. You're really good at that. There's no added sugar, GMOs, or preservatives.
Once kids try to run something on a farm, they won't stop talking about all the goodness we put inside. Welcome to WNBA Halftime, presented by State Farm.
It is halftime, and the Minnesota Lynx have a 2-point lead over the Phoenix Mercury. Natasha Cloud weathered the storm on some foul trouble, 12 points, 5 assists. Brittany Griner with 11, but it was Leticia Collier with 23 points in this first half, ladies. And very few teams move the ball like the Minnesota Lynx. Welcome into our countdown studio. Latana Robinson joined alongside Andrea Carter, our wonderful basketball analyst, and our Women's Basketball Hall of Famer, Carolyn Peck. And we are absolutely going to talk this game between Phoenix and Minnesota. But first, we have to talk about the first game of our doubleheader between Indiana and Connecticut Suns. What a game. Fever looking to stave off elimination on the road. And this is late in the fourth, 4:06 left. Taylor Clark comes up with a huge three. We've seen that left side three before.
Side step to the left. You know, she loves to get into that three-pointer off the dribble, going to her left.
156 left. Alyssa Thomas with a pass to Wnba Bonner. She definitely came up with some big shots.
Got it off to a slow start, but Big Shot Bonner showed up when she needed to.
And later with 1:05 left, Clark with a pass to Kelsey Mitchell. She missed and get the rebound. Not sure what happened there, but on the very next possession, Alyssa Thomas, the Marina Mabry to seal the deal. Connecticut wins 87-81. They advance to their 6th straight semifinals matchup. And guys, done and done. I mean,
so many things to talk about in this game, and you guys have been breaking it down just so beautifully along the way. But when it's all said and done, how did Connecticut get over the hump? Because Indiana Fever put up a fight. I think the experience and the great move of bringing in Marina Mabry, especially not having Ty Harris. If they didn't have Mabry, I think Connecticut could have been in trouble. But Mabry brings that fight. She brings that fire. And she brings the mental toughness when the game gets close.
It is a testament to Darius Taylor, the GM, who brought in Marina Mabry. It's a testament to Marina for being able to fit in with this team. It's a testament to everybody for welcoming in Marina. You see how hyped they are that she just hit that shot? That's because that's what she was brought here for. But also, when you think about this Connecticut team, they're balanced. Everybody scored that got in the game. They had 18 points off the bench. Veronica Burton and Olivia Nelson-Odoto were phenomenal. They played so well. Alyssa Thomas was doing her thing. Big Shot Bonner made shots. They were more experienced, but they also had more weapons. When you look at Indiana, they had 3 weapons offensively. It was Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston. They couldn't compete.
I think the biggest thing was the experience, though. When the game got tight and it's on the line, then Connecticut had a Marina Mabry, a Dewana Bonner. Alyssa Thomas made big shots in that second half to be able to advance.
Well, how much do you think fatigue set in? Because I know Rebecca talked about it. Caitlin Clark looked exhausted in the fourth quarter. We talked about it here. Kelsey Mitchell, I mean, I think Clark played every minute of the game.
She left it on the floor. She did everything that she could. The rookie had a phenomenal playoff, a phenomenal rookie season.
Yeah, those two played 40 minutes in that game. But Connecticut advances, they did fight. The Minnesota Lynx are fighting. Speaking of which, she had 38 points in game 1. Guess how she followed that up?
Just 23.
About to get a 50 piece. We'll be back.
This halftime is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. You remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on the map.
What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Yeah. Remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until they didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phones at googlestore.com.
You can't handle the heat pops.
Ted, you're getting cooked out there.
Yes, coach.
I'm sorry to say, you're being traded to Montana.
But I'm your father.
That's why this is so hard.
What team is in Montana?
Asia, the car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
You know, you only get one body. It might be the perfect size to do this. Your body may take up a lot of space, or have to speak with its hands. But no matter what body you're born with, you only get one. Let's fight like hell for it.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger. Pound up nearly half a pound of beef. Or you can settle for just some other burger at a drive-thru. Anyway, need some room, because the 3 for Me still fills up the table with the bottomless drink, all the famous Chili's chips and sauces you can eat, and it's still the best deal around at just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
The journey to the top starts here. One on heart all day. Others don't cry and play. Start the game. You will know how you willing to go.
WNBA playoffs presented by Wnba. Let's get it. You're watching WNBA Halftime presented by State Farm.
Welcome back to our Countdown Studios. LaShawna Robinson, Andrea Carter, and Carolyn Peck with you. So let's get back to this Phoenix Mercury Minnesota Lynx game. It is a 2-point game. Lynx have the lead. Carolyn, what are you seeing in this game? What's going to happen in the second half for one of these teams to create some separation?
I think that Phoenix has got to do a better job with one-on-one accountability, because after penetration, that's when Minnesota is so good at making the extra pass and making the reads. And that's one of the reasons Nafisa Collier is getting those open looks. And she moves. She moves without the basketball. So when that happens, she makes herself available. That's just way too easy. You've got to have the accountability. You cannot lunge. You've got to just keep your person in front of you. You also can't fall asleep on the weak side, because they are such great cutters. They will cut behind you. They will cut in front of you. And also that ball screen or handoff action with Minnesota, they play so well together. So your coverages, you've got to touch each other so that pocket pass can't happen. The defensive communication and movement has to take a step up. Phoenix is only down 2. They're right in it. The only player that's really an advantage size is Brittany Griner. Why not switch ball screens? That way you keep everything in front. But what I do like that Phoenix is doing is Brittany Griner is getting touches.
Yeah.
When you get touches inside, then that opens up things on the perimeter.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what happens with Kalia Copper and Diana Taurasi scoring-wise in the second half. Even though scoring in this game has been good, 5 points for Copper, 7 for Diana Taurasi. If this is it for Diana, I'm sure she's going to have a say before this is all said.
Al's got 3 fouls.
Yeah,
Al's got 3 fouls.
In the second half. And speaking of which, second half is coming up after the break. The White Mama Diana Taurasi coming off the nailing it like it. I mean, that's it, DT. She can do it with these. Enjoy.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. They are minds to elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To turn off self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the comebacks. Stars. The exclusives. Howdy. That's food in the game.
Set a new time. Sure is.
That's simply right. The ages. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
What are you doing? Seriously? These are my buttons. Only I press these buttons.
With Wnba whole body deodorant, you can dare to do the things King never let you. Like a little weeknight spontaneity with no pre-shower. Because of 72 hours ago, you used Wnba to stop odor-causing bacteria reactions. Go to Wnba.com and get your first starter pack for 30% off.
Did you know refrigerated packet of bone fat and packed nutrients? I did. Don't forget chocolate fruit. You're really good at that. There's no added sugar, GMOs, or preservatives.
Once kids tried Once Upon a Farm, they won't stop talking about all the goodness we put inside.
Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs, presented by Google. Here in the Twin Cities, in fourth first half. It's Minnesota, the 2 seed, leading the Mercury 49-47 in this elimination game. Alongside Debbie Antonelli again, I'm Michael Brady. Deb, we started this broadcast talking about Nafisa Collier's brilliant performance in game 1. She's been equally dominant so far here in game 2.
Literally no answer for her movement off the ball, her ability to shape up, her ability to run some great offense. Here's a great backdoor cut, one of the first baskets for Nafisa. This is her shape up in transition. Quick hitters from Minnesota. Timing, great cut from the weak side with a little fadeaway. And then, of course, the triple at 6'1". You can put her anywhere and she can have an impact on offense. And look at this right here. 6 different defenders have tried to stop her. And tonight she's 8 for 12 with 23 points in the first half. There's been no checking her tonight.
She did not sit at all, played the entire first half. Third quarter underway. Minnesota trying to advance to round 2 to face Connecticut. Meanwhile, Phoenix looking to fight another day and force a game 3. Collier inside.
She draws 3 players that time, and then she gets a 3-second call. Good collapse on the interior. And to your point about Nafisa Collier, during the halftime, Holly Rowe texted to let me know that Nafisa Collier in game 1 ran 3.06 miles, more than anyone else on the court, according to Second Spectrum. So Rick Holly for reporting from courtside from Connecticut.
And did not see a beat of sweat on Nafisa Collier. We welcome in Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve. And coach, turn things around after a slow start in the first quarter. What did you like in the second quarter to take advantage of the game?
What did I like? What about the second quarter?
The second quarter, coach.
I liked some of the offense. We played defense the first 5, and then we stopped playing defense. So last 2 halves of basketball, we're picking up 100 points. So we have yet to reach our level of defense that's necessary to beat a really good team.
When you say reach that level, what are you looking for, coach?
Points in the paint, they have 20 or 50. Looking for community penetration, looking for deflections, looking for defensive rebounding.
Thank you so much, coach. Really appreciate it. Cloud inside. Now it's Copper on the drive, finding Griner for the mini. No. And Collier the rebound.
One of the first plays, Minnesota went backdoor in the first half. I wouldn't be surprised to see some of that here in the second.
A block from behind by Sophie Cunningham.
Nafisa Collier needs to be ready to be a willing passer because when she catches it deep now, Phoenix is collapsing. Good block from the weak side by Cunningham.
Collier, handoff to Williams, long 2, won't go. And here comes Taurasi the other way. Taurasi did not have a field goal attempt in that second quarter. Cunningham, baseline drive, kick out, Copper for 3, money.
If Phoenix is going to extend this series, Copper needs to come to play in the second half. She was 2 for 8 in the first, had 4 turnovers.
And there's a turnover there for the Lynx. Copper the other way.
Phoenix back in front.
Fire over Carlton, won't go. Tough shot there by Copper.
I saw Natasha Cloud pull her aside at halftime and have a conversation with her. It looked like she was pumping up her confidence. Because Cloud understands.
The pride, the long 2. Minnesota back on top. Wild run of the offense. It's a straight from Cunningham, but trying to get it back. Turnover. Carlton the other way. Wrapped up hard by Sophie Cunningham. They're going to review this.
Uh-oh.
Both sides separated. Courtney Williams got in there really fired up.
Come on, Courtney Williams. You can't get no tech.
Well, here's what you got to look at. It is a hard foul, and it is a play on the ball. Now, is there anything excessive here? She does wrap her up from behind. They are probably going to upgrade this. You know how volatile and emotional this Phoenix team can be.
And the key for them is not getting too hot. Or this Minnesota Lynx team, pretty even keel, but the Mercury have ridden that volatility all season long.
You know, Grady, hard plays like that, players start talking about safety. Other players don't like that. When that happens, that's what Courtney Williams is doing, is protecting Bridget Carl. Shouldn't take long to take a look at this.
And we looked at this to be potentially upgraded to a flagrant penalty 1.
The swipe down play on the ball, it's the opposite hand that is wrapped around behind Carl. And I'm sure they're going to upgrade this.
There's that left arm wrapping her up.
So while over there, Eric Brute checking the clock, checking the time. This is not taking long.
And we may take one more look. Yeah, the intensity rising in this game. Phoenix started this game. Got off to a bad start. Their physicality was certainly felt early on. And now things getting a bit more intense. We'll see how things go over the course of these next few minutes here both ways.
So let's see how Phoenix responds from this, because usually when you have an emotional play like this, and I would put this in the category of an emotional play. Cheryl Reeve is probably over there diagramming some backdoor cut, or knowing that Phoenix might bring 2 to the ball, play through the inside.
Officials still looking at this.
I'm going F1 and moving on.
And they are really taking their time here. Again, our crew chief, Eric Brute, along with Tierra Cruz and Kevin Fahey. So a flagrant penalty 1. And a technical foul has been called on Courtney Williams.
I knew she was going to get the technical.
Again, it was Courtney Williams trailing the play, taking exception.
She got a technical
So her
from
teammate
Kalia
getting knocked
Copper for
down.
pushing her.
It is Courtney Williams running in on the play.
Well, she was only
To protect
talking.
Kalia.
I feel like the technical should have been on Kalia Copper. She was the one pushing.
And Courtney Williams was talking before this game during shoot-arounds how much she loves her teammates, how much fun they have, how connected they are, and how that's contributed to a 30-win season, which is the most in franchise history.
Well, Tarasi shoots the technical, and then you go back to the point of interruption. Richard Carlton on the line for 2 free throws. And the ball.
Carlton had that big three-pointer right in game 1 to pretty much ice it for the Lynx. 55-53. And now the temperature rising here at Target Center as we get back to play. McBride to inbound it. And Copper stepped in with the steal, but stepped out of bounds. Let's send it over to Brooke Whitebrook.
Well, Debbie, you were correct. Coach Reed was diagramming different types of plays, but what was interesting about that timeout was the ability of Katie Smith, the assistant coach for the Lynx, handling the emotion of Courtney Williams and the players, just saying, hey, you're doing the right things out there, but we've got to stay calm.
Well, it's so important right here. I mean, I don't think either team can separate from the other. I think it comes down to who's going to have the advantage at the end executing, who can make the defense wrong more often in situational offense, because that's where we're going.
Williams around the Collier screen. McBride wide open. Spot.
Kayla McBride, 2 triples.
No Caleb McBride can
Let's
get
see
out.
how Phoenix answers. Because the crowd is kind of quiet right now.
Some say the playoffs don't start till the road team gets a win. Others might say that it starts till there's a hard foul. Action picking up here in Minnesota. Reiner can't hit. Deflected out of bounds, and it's Minnesota basketball. The group's going to step in and say no. It'll stay with the Mercury.
Step up screen by Collier. Hard rim roll. Takes 2 defenders. Lynx, Kayla McBride without anyone there. 15 feet of her.
Taurasi beyond the arc, left it short.
That's
And
why,
Carlton has the ball.
that's why you got to have the right screening angles. That's why you got to cut hard. You got to move without the ball. It creates opportunities for your teammates.
Collier. Handoff. McBride again. No good. And loose ball foul inside. It's on Taurasi. That's the second foul on Taurasi. 5-point advantage for the Lynx. Collier going to clap up the fadeaway. No. If Copper can get going, it's Happy Williams and drawing the foul. Copper just 3 for 10 from the floor. Averaged 21 points per game this season, 3rd in the WNBA in scoring, but has had a slow start thus far in this series.
And Natasha Cloud, by design, by Nate Tibbetts, wants her on Collier. She was on Collier 24% of her touches in game 1, according to Second Spectrum.
Cloud for 3, no good, and Collier getting in there for the board. Lynx looking to extend their lead. Williams, long 2 over Reiner is money. She's a gamer.
This is an important possession right here. Phoenix on the road has to stay within 2 or 3 or 4 possessions.
Cunningham outside. Copper for 3. Good.
Nice penetration and pitch by Cunningham.
Momentarily silencing this crowd.
Cloud on Collier.
Turns around. Silky smooth.
So good, Michael. So good.
23 for Collier. Wow. Can't answer. Making 25 for Collier.
BG keeps getting stuck on Williams in transition. This Minnesota running the floor so hard.
Great pass inside to Spiv. And Taurasi picking up her 3rd foul. And she is grimacing, holding her left wrist. And Taurasi, a big part of the storyline of this game, hasn't made an official announcement about retirement. Everything's speculative at this point, but this could be the final game of her illustrious WNBA career. Shot clock winding down on Williams, and there's a kick ball. And a fresh 14 for the Lynx.
There's Taurasi right here. You see, it's tangled up with Smith.
Another long 2 from Williams. That time running out. Up ahead, Reiner. Deflected out of bounds by Collier.
Have you seen enough of Napisa Collier to understand why she finished second in MVP voting? My goodness, what a game.
People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. You remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
Huh. What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until it didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phone at googlestore.com.
New balance. We got now.
There's more in any business than the game it's in. You want to meet customers where they are.
Digital experience game.
Make buying friction-free.
E-commerce strategy game.
Build competitive advantage. Rewrite the playbook game. And that's where Deloitte comes in. We can help businesses of every kind advance and connect all that it takes to perform.
Whatever game you're in.
Deloitte, proud sponsor of progress. Asia, the car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best. Because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Feast your eyes on this.
That's sexy. It's so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Okay, good.
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead, press the button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on Lynx. You can feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Now it's time to take a look at what fans have been searching for. Brought to you by Google and Deb. They're searching the WNBA semifinals 2024. Looking forward to New York taking on Las Vegas, a rematch of last year's WNBA finals. And Connecticut getting the victory earlier. That was the first part of our doubleheader here on ESPN. Connecticut outlasting the Indiana Fever. So they await the winner of this series, Minnesota and Phoenix.
New York and Vegas, a rematch of last year's championship.
Taurasi, this seen on the finger roll. And Courtney Williams comes out of there with it. Taurasi had a fast start in the first quarter, quiet in the second, and thus far here in the third.
Step up. Hard roll.
Alana Smith, capable shooter. Keep it on the track. 9-point advantage for the Lynx.
That's your 5-player with 49 triples. Back up to 9.
Rocket pass to Griner. Griner turns inside and gets 2.
Big step through by the 6'9" Whitney Griner.
Phoenix trying to hang around. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third.
Phoenix switching on every action.
Nice feed inside. Collier, 2 more. 27.
Plays the game on such great balance. She read that helper rotation and stepped around it.
20 assists on 25 field goals for the Lynx. And Carlton too physical with Talia Copper.
Copper's played much better here in the second half.
Going back to Collier, most points through the first 2 games of the playoffs in WNBA history. A ridiculous start for Nafisa Collier. Think about how much time we have left in this ball game. Copper, top 2, switch. 13 points for Talia Copper. Williams over to Collier. Pump fake, step throw, 2. 2 free throws coming. So Teresa Collier putting on a clinic.
She went 11 for 19 in game 1. She's 10 for 16. The efficiency with which she scores, steps through, draws a foul, and she is a tremendous free throw shooter.
She shot 80% on the season on the free throw line. I guess it is 4th in the WNBA in points per game. 2nd in MVP voting, as we mentioned.
She's 20 for 21 in 2 games combined. Make that 21 for 22.
They are 13 for 13 as a team at the free throw line so far tonight. Cloud outside to Cunningham, getting it back. 10 on the shot clock. Copper trying to get going. Inside, Matt makes the catch. Nearly lost the handle. Gonna have to put up a tough one, and it's a shot clock violation. Tremendous defense by the Lynx.
There's that corner court D. I thought when Natasha Cloud had a 2-man naked side game with Kalia Copper, she reversed the basketball instead of playing downhill in that 2-man. Looks like we're going to see some zone here by Phoenix to mix it up. They did play 10 possessions of zone in game 1.
Ivan Williams for 3. Bottoms.
Well, that's how you shoot somebody out of the zone. Wide open.
Since that Sophie Cunningham flagrant foul, the Lynx announced
12 points.
12-8. This is their largest lead of the ball.
You might be on to something more better.
Taylor downhill leaves it for Matt, who scores. That matches the career high. Natasha Mack, 10 points off the bench for the Mercury. Crossover, Courtney Williams in the lane. Offensive board to Smith. McBride. Smith.
Oh man, what a nice feeling.
Action right there. That's just playing. That's not a set. That's just reading.
Back to back. 30-point performances for the Phoenix Collier.
So smart.
Cloud in the lane scores over Williams.
And Phoenix is going to have to speed up the game right here. They're going to have to look to attack, get downhill, try to get to the free throw line, put some pressure, and some game pressure on Minnesota.
Foul is called on Copper.
Yeah, that's
going to be the 3rd foul on Kalia Copper. Taking a look at the upcoming WNBA playoff schedule, if necessary. Minnesota and Phoenix, 9 Eastern on Friday. And then Sunday, Game 1, Las Vegas, the defending champions, taking on the number 1 seed, New York Liberty. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app.
Lisa Collier's checking out.
Oh. And Diana Taurasi checks back in, but noteworthy with the Lisa Collier, her first rest of this ballgame. Again, she only sat for 9 seconds in game 1. And we'll see whether or not Walt Collier is on the bench. She's the first player in Minnesota Lynx history to have consecutive 30-point games in a single playoffs. And you think about the great players who have come through and played for this franchise. Maya Moore, Simone Augustus. Lisa Collier had a good run. 76-64.
They flattened it out right here comes Taurasi and Wallstreet. They like this guard-to-guard action late in the game. They went to this late in the game in game 1. It's a lot of pass-through ghost action. Taurasi's excellent in it because it keeps her on the top of the floor where she has made almost 95% of her threes.
First foul in the final 2 minutes on the Lynx. Cloud using the match screen, getting it back inside amongst the trees, have to take it out. Clock winding down. Taurasi for three, too strong. Item in the rebound. 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Item is surveying the floor. 12-point advantage for the Lynx. Trying to add to it, but McBride, long range, no good. High down offensive board. And no foul call. Taurasi will bring it up. And will not get a shot off as the third quarter comes to a close. The Lynx outscoring the Mercury 27-17 in the third quarter. 1 quarter to go. Could it be the last 10 minutes in the career of Diana Taurasi? Let's send it over to Brooke.
How do you guys create this separation? You work so hard in the third. How do you keep it going into the fourth?
We really have to lock down our defense, make sure they're not getting easy shots. They have a lot of points in the paint, so we need to clean that up.
Back-to-back 30-point games for you. You haven't even set up a minute in 2 games. How would you describe your fitness level right now?
I feel good. Look, I'm running out of adrenaline to the playoffs. You can't think about being tired.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. Nafisa Collier, tremendous. 38 points in game 1. 31 points through 3 quarters of game 2. 4th quarter action on the way on ESPN.
Has there ever been a better time for women's hoops? Megan Reyes here from Good Follow on DraftKings Network, bringing you all the action from around the league. Women's basketball is on fire, and DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet on this epic season. New customers, download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to score $200 in bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
Welcome to this year's championship game.
With Amex phones, you can enjoy over $400 back in dining value annually. You can raise the bar on game night. The powerful backing of American Express.
Here in the W, we pride ourselves on having a super welcoming, calm, low-stakes environment. This is playoff basketball. This is a place where basketball matters. If you love real basketball, welcome to the W.
Sleep more deeply and wake up rejuvenated. Purple Mattresses exclusive Gel Flex Grid draws away heat, relieves pressure, and instantly adapts. Sleep better, live Purple. Right now, buy more, save more. Up to $600 off. Visit purple.com or a store near you.
There's a power within each of us. When awakened, it can boost performance, enhance learning, even help you work smarter. And you can unlock it with one simple thing: better sleep. Safa provides that with our luxury mattresses, handcrafted with premium materials in our American factories. We even deliver it to any room in your home for free. Safa, you deserve the comfort of a great night's sleep.
The pizza collier with her daughter Anna on game days in Minnesota. The night before, she drops her off with her dad. She spends the night with her dad so Nafisa can get the proper amount of rest. Rest is so important for these professional athletes. And the balance for Nafisa is a great night's sleep. Show up in the morning to get her daughter, get her ready for school, drop her off at daycare, and then get to work. And boy, has she been busy. Look at these numbers.
He's been given Phoenix work in this series.
Mila's in the back in the family room sleeping right now. She's not bothered by the noise at all.
Fourth quarter underway here at Sarkinson, and Natasha Cloud with the miss. Matt, the offensive board.
I love the isolation of Cloud on a smaller defender. Again,
Rossi turnaround over Heidemann.
back to back, Nate Tibbetts goes right at Heidemann and takes advantage with his bigger guards trying to take advantage of the size. This is the situational offense I'm talking about, Michael. This is how Phoenix is going to have to get back in it. See, right there, they show 2 on the ball. Changing it up a little bit, coming off the timeout to start the fourth.
Good ball movement, but Brian left alone. Can't get the tray. And they're calling a loose ball foul. And Maisha Hines Allen and Diana Taurasi getting into it. As they came up the floor, Hines Allen bumped Taurasi with some exception to it. And the physicality continued.
Maisha Hines, I thought there was a foul call there.
There was.
And a technical foul. Well, you could call that a box out face guard, but you also could call it a chuck. There's no question that there was pushing going on. So double foul and cancel out. Go back to the point of interruption.
And there's another foul.
You know, it's an aggressive change in their ball screen coverage by Nate Tibbetts. Now, off that ball screen coverage, they're drawing 2. They're showing a hard hedge. I wouldn't call it a blitz, so I'm calling it a hard hedge right now. Now, if Phoenix tries to stretch the trap and try to dribble out of it, then it does become a trap and a blitz.
McBride inside to Hines Allen. Turns the corner and is fouled by Natasha Cloud.
Oh, that's 4 on Cloud.
Allen firing up this Cloud.
What a great pickup she has been because she is tough. Toughness, she fronts the post, she cuts hard, she's explosive with the ball. She might look like an undersized post player, but she makes up for it with her strength on the block.
It's all in the family. She knocks down the first free throw for her brother. Josh Hines Allen, defensive end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Had a great feature on those two. Josh still cannot beat his sister one-on-one on the basketball court.
She doesn't give an inch to anybody.
Wow. Finding Matt, special delivery, mixed the bunny, and here comes Heidemann the other way. Charlton. Nowhere to go as it finds McBride. McBride working on Billings. Oh,
what a pass! What a pass! McBride, McBride to Fee, who's running to the basket.
Come here, screen and roll hard to space.
Yeah, that's a beautiful pass.
The ESPN coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs is presented by Google Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google, and in part by Gatorade, Is It In You, and Nike.
Asia, your car's small.
It's a little cramped, but it's fine.
Fine? When you became MVP once, was that fine? No, you did it twice.
They built you a statue.
But you're fine with this tiny car when you could just sell it to CarMax?
You're right. It's not fun.
Can't feel my legs.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
Siri, what's the name of the guy I had a meeting with a couple of months ago at Cafe Grinnell?
You met Zach Wingate at Cafe Grinnell.
Hey!
Zach, yeah.
Oh, did you remember me?
Yeah, of course. As soon as I saw you, I'm like, it's Zach. Nobody looks like Zach.
I'm over it.
I'm over needing a prescription to get birth control.
Introducing Opill, the first FDA-approved daily birth control pill that's over the counter.
Because we're over the hassle.
No prescription, no appointment, no hassle. Opill, birth control in your control.
We've lost some close games, but I'm here to win a championship.
You really think we can win?
Only one way to find out.
We go back to the old ways. Red ball. You come from a line of warriors. Remember who you are.
Are you guys with me?
Might try and call it quits, coach.
Red ball. Rated PG-13.
Is this what you want? These crunchy ridges?
Yes, coach.
If you want to secure the bag, then step it up.
Does he know there's more ruffles in the pantry?
You want these chips? Keep practicing.
Beware the wild cards. All it takes is one hot streak to make a run for the title. Welcome to October. Wild Card Series on ESPN.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the 2024 WNBA playoffs, presented by Google. Coming up on Sports Center after the game, the Connecticut Sun ending the season of Caitlin Clark, an outstanding year for Clark. They'll have reaction and analysis of UNLV QB Matthew Slukin's decision to leave the team due to an NIL dispute, and Miami head coach Mario Cristobal joins the show ahead of their showdown with Virginia Tech coming up on Friday night. We have 8:25 to go in regulation here at Target Center. Largest lead for Minnesota.
And Bird Copper to the block.
Reiner inside off the window, plus the foul.
This is where Nate Tibbetts is good in his situational offense, late game. First time we've seen Copper invert to the block. Reiner doing a good job of cleaning it up. Nice job getting inside, getting the foul, getting to the line. Phoenix needs to get downhill and attack that Minnesota defense so they can get to the free throw line with the clock stopped. But you got to make it when you get there.
Reiner could not hit the free throw out of bounds. It'll go to Minnesota. Nate Tibbetts trying to find a combination that will work over the course of these final 8 minutes of regulation. Carlton over to Heidemann. Heidemann in the lane. The floater falls. Matisse Heidemann, 6 points, 5 assists on the bench.
The combination of Williams and Heidemann at a point in the backcourt has been excellent in this series against Phoenix. Behind him, fronting Cloud.
Cunningham, quick trigger for Quick.
First bucket of the game for Cunningham.
Minnesota in this series, 54 assists on 63 made field goals. Carlton.
Right back at you.
That would be unassisted.
Hello, Cunningham.
Rare unassisted.
Right back at you.
For Minnesota. 84-71. Cunningham down the lane, leaves it for Reiner for 2.
Nice lob.
It was a great love pass. Great love pass to Reiner.
Speed it up, okay? They gotta keep looking
Uh-oh.
to attack.
And contain Heidemann. Getting to the rack and drawing the foul.
That's just a great straight line drive down the middle of the floor. The screen, the switch, the score.
They get Kelly Copper for the foul. That's going to be her 4th. And with 6:57 to go in this 4th quarter, the Lynx are already in the bonus. Wet spot on the floor, some spillage, so they'll clean that up. 84-73 with 6:57 to go. And we've kind of talked about it throughout this game. Diana Taurasi historic career, all-time leading scorer, regular season playoffs, all-time three-point field goals made. She still has a lot left in the tank.
I mean, I was joking with her earlier today about what's the difference between being 42 and 43 and continuing to play. You're averaging 15 points a game. As you mentioned, that incredible legacy and incredible teammate. Those that have played with her have admired and revered, incredible respect.
And Cloud was not looking for that delivery from Kalia Copper. 11th turnover for the Phoenix Mercury. The Lynx
game is getting away from Phoenix.
Off of those 11 miscues and can add to it here. Heidemann, the crossover, goes around the world. 8 on the shot clock, and Collier battling with Copper inside, and Copper picked up another foul. Copper had 5 fouls in game 1, 5 fouls now here in game 2.
Copper has 5, Natasha Cloud has 4. This game is getting away from Phoenix.
Hardworking, such a great teammate, such a willing springer and passer. On top of her scoring ability, she's right now at 71 points combined 2 games in this series.
And she's played all but 56 seconds in this game thus far. Minnesota had it as a team 41 for 43 from the free throw line in this series.
And she's shooting 62% from the floor in this series.
That's of MVP from this target center crowd. 88-73. Trying to get it in. Turned it over. Collier outside to Smith. McBride finding Carlton. And now Heidemann slows it down. Collier inside. And it's fouled by Diana Taurasi.
The other thing about the postgame on Sunday, Nafisa Collier said she wanted to end Diana Taurasi's career. It's not what she meant. I asked her about it today. She said, I just wanted to win. I'm a competitor. I have the ultimate respect for Diana. I texted her to let her know that. She said, Diana is a wonderful teammate. She's enjoyed her time with her. And I asked DT the same thing. She said, no, she didn't think anything. There's nothing to it.
They know each other well. They won gold together.
Just sorry to interrupt you, but it's like
newsworthy. Breaking news. Collier missed one at the free throw line. She's 11 for 12 at the charity stripe. The Lynx averaged 15 free throw attempts a game during the regular season. That was 11th in the W. Smith got a hand on it. Collier bringing it up ahead. Heidemann gets it back to Collier. Heidemann back to Collier.
Oh my goodness. Oh, ball movement. Cutting, rolling to the wing. He Collier.
Long two, Cunningham is good.
Minnesota is number 1 in this league in defending the three-point line. So it is going to be challenging for Phoenix unless they can really speed it up in transition.
Yeah, I think this one is done.
On Phoenix.
The refrigerator door is closed on this one.
Ryan. One-on-one with Smith. In the lane, puts it up and off. And that's what Phoenix needs. Stopping the clock.
I didn't realize how slow Brittany Griner
really is. 5:19 to go in this one. That is 4 fouls now on Alana Smith.
And I'm hearing some people in the crowd yelling, one more year, Diana, one more year. You can hear some chanting from this Minnesota crowd. That is such a great fan base, such a knowledgeable fan base.
And they have seen a lot of Diana Taurasi over the years. Again, this would be 7th playoff series all time between these two franchises. That's the most in WNBA postseason history. Griner tightens this one up, 91-77. Collier gives it up to McBride. McBride wants two.
They have taken advantage of those tricky grind switches here in the second half.
Phoenix getting into it quickly. Griner once again. 21 points for Brittany Griner. Ivan outside to McBride. McBride long range, no good. And foul chases it down. Taurasi in the corner. And Billings the offensive board and the reverse.
Gotta get some stops right here. Can you get 3 in a row and 3 scores and put some pressure on Minnesota? Cheryl Reeves' club is so comfortable running their stuff. Look at the spacing.
Target practice.
Oh, goodness. My, that's like 41. Oh, my goodness.
It's like playing horse in here.
I mean,
it look easy.
Thea's had her way in this series, to say the least.
That kind of percentage playing horse by themselves.
Griner straight on. 9 3-pointers during the regular season, a career high for Griner. And knocked down that triple. And it's still a 12-point ball game. We have a timeout on the floor.
Nafisa
Carter.
Get the ice bucket.
41 points.
It's falling off. Shoot till your arm falls off.
People always say,
It is what it is.
until it isn't. Remember before AI when you had to type to search? And when you couldn't ask your phone to do this?
Put these restaurants on a map.
What about taking a photo and reimagining it? Remember when all phones pretty much did the same stuff? Until it didn't. Get the all-new Google Pixel 9 Pro phone at googlestore.com.
I'm Candace Parker, Stealthy Blonde, Skylar Diggins Smith, Visionary Carrington, Cameron Brand. If I had to describe myself in one word on the court, it would be menace.
When you're on the court, nothing else matters.
Me on the court is fire. I'm just ready to go to work. I want my legacy to be that I left the game in a better place. Everybody is wearing skin.
At US Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones, but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits. With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here, because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
New TQ Fall Blizzard menu, returning pumpkin pie and French silk pie. This line is the goat. Oh, like the right small treats kind of goat.
Oh.
Hurrying before they're gone. Only at DQ. It tastes good.
You're the locals. Here's what like me. ESPN. This is spot for orange sports. Hot takes, and sinners. For hot takes, United States. For MLP, SVP on your TV. ESPN. One app, one tap.
It seems like it's her retirement tour. I don't know. She's been pretty quiet about it. But, I mean, she's obviously, like you said, a UConn grade, a league GOAT, you know. So I feel lucky to have been able to play with her on Team USA and against her. And hopefully we can end her career on Wednesday.
Nafisa Collier, all smiles, but all business on the floor there.
41, 79 in 2 games. She's shooting better than 60% from the floor. 24 for 26 from the free throw line. It has been one bucket after another, regardless of the defender. She works without the ball. She shapes up. She cuts hard. She does her work early. She's highly skilled. And Cheryl Reed can put her anywhere she wants to be productive on the offensive end.
Taurasi fans in the building. Could this be the final 338 of her spectacular career?
No, I think this is more of a conclusion now.
Phoenix looking for one more flurry down the stretch. Collier, one-on-one with Cunningham. Pull up in the lane, no. But an opportunity at the free throw line to match and then pass the WNBA postseason record for points in a game.
Tremendous isolation. Great call off the timeout. What a weapon.
Collier just tied Brianna Stewart and Angel McCautry for the WNBA record for points in a single postseason game, and she could break it here. Classic announcement.
Game time.
Right.
Timeout.
3:18 to go in regulation. We'll see if that record goes down next.
When you're a sports fan, nothing beats being. You're with Access Platinum. You never miss the next big moment. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things that you love stargazing, hate parallel parking, and occasionally your right foot gets a little heavy. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio, it began with you.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Parents favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
Diana Taurasi, 10 points in this ball game. See those accolades: 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP. I mean, her resume is as long as the Arizona desert. Future Hall of Famer.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
No doubt.
Look at these first points, field goals, 3-point makes, 4th and assists.
Unreal career.
I mean, and a winner and a competitor.
And they're getting Brittany Griner with an offensive foul. Lana Smith shaking up on that. Oh, yeah, the offhand right into the grill of Alana Smith.
And Collier can initiate the offense.
Under 3 minutes to go. Heidemann. Clock winding down. Carlton driving, going to the reverse, no good, and a late whistle. A foul called on Monique Billings. And that will send Carlton to the free throw line.
This is when you have veteran play, veteran backcourt, understand time and score in a late game situation. Cheryl Reed has that in her backcourt with Bridget Carlton and Kayla McBride and both point guards, Heidemann and Williams.
And the legs got tangled up there. Both players shaking up and Billings getting attention. We'll take a timeout. Minnesota by 13 on ESPN.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
Seems like the Phoenix Mercury train ran out of steam. 13-point lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Yeah, this one is all but in the refrigerator.
Struggling.
I guess we will be seeing the Minnesota Lynx take on the Connecticut Suns, and I got Minnesota. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there.
They goat here.
What's this? $1,000 hospital bill? But I have good health insurance. Did you say gap?
He's talking about the expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac.com.
Monique Billings helped off the floor. And she's played well off the bench, provided energy in both of these games so far in this series, Deb. Bridget Crofton at the free throw line. And again, Phoenix got out to a fast start, which is what they felt they needed after trailing by as many as 23 in game 1 before clawing back. It was Minnesota putting in the work, cool, calm, collected, and they lead by 13 with 2:40 to go.
It's a game of runs, and Minnesota made their run at the right time right here. They separated after just the third quarter. And once they got it to 3 possessions, they didn't let Phoenix back in.
And an offensive foul. And Kayla McBride taking a shot. And Phoenix once again getting in their own way. $15 turnovers for the Mercury. And Diana Taurasi is making her way to the bench. She's fouled out of this ball game, finishing with 10 points. And as we talked about throughout this game, Deb, if this is the final farewell, we're saying goodbye to one of the most accomplished, most decorated, and one of the most competitive athletes to ever play this sport.
I marvel at the respect here on the road. The Minnesota fans understand. Diana, as you documented so well, Brady, the all-time leading scorer in the history of this game and in the playoffs. Nobody scored more points, made more threes. Her legacy and her imprint is all over this game.
Heidemann, no good. Approaching 2 minutes to go in regulation. Cunningham, long range. Short on the 3.
We look forward here to advance to Connecticut. The 2-seed Minnesota and the 3-seed Connecticut. It is going to be fun basketball this
No doubt. McBride for 3. Icing on the cake. Second triple of the night for Kayla McBride. Reiner wants 3, no good, and chased down by 5.
This is a Phoenix franchise that did not make the playoffs last year. Nate Tibbetts in his first year did a fantastic job. Adding Con Copper and Natasha Cloud really helped this team advance to the playoffs.
Heidemann over to Smith for 3. He left that short. Cloud the rebound. 70 seconds to go. Cloud for 3. Short. And Collier the rebound. Once again, Collier's night. 42 points. 5 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks, a steal.
It's a substitution timeout from Minnesota. Well, they're taking a full timeout.
In tying the record for the most points in a playoff game in WNBA history. matching Brianna Stewart and Angel McCutcheon. And you mentioned it, Connecticut and Minnesota will be fireworks. This is what happened during the regular season between these two teams. Connecticut winning 2 of 3, winning that first game in overtime. Minnesota won the most recent meeting by 2, and what a ball game that was with Bridget Carlton there hitting the game winner.
3 games decided by 5 points or less, 1 or 2 possessions. Natisa Collier will be a handful matching up for Stephanie White's team.
Again, Collier made it look so easy tonight. Dominating the series. 38 in game 1 and tying a WNBA record with 42 in game 2. Then Delicini off the heel, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Diamond Miller.
The semis go to 2 games, 1 game. The first 2 will be here. These fans will be ready.
Yeah, for this Rockets crowd at Target Center. Matt, the turnaround, and she has a career high tonight, and one opportunity.
Well, we've witnessed history either way tonight with Natisa Collier and her 42. It isn't Diana Taurasi's last 40 minutes.
You've watched her throughout her entire career, and you have so much respect
Since
for
she
what she's brought you.
I've watched Diana since she was a high school player. Her brilliant career at UConn. Her incredible leadership in USA basketball, 6 gold medals. The greatest winner and the greatest competitor.
Neely inside, and extra steps, turnover. That is just the 7th turnover in this ball game for Minnesota. They take care of the ball. They shoot efficiently. They shoot 51% tonight. 39% for 3-point range. Taylor getting the lay in. And that'll do it. The Minnesota Lynx, they get the sweep and advance to the WNBA semifinals for the first time since 2021. Behind a tremendous performance from the Visa Collier. And Diana Taurasi will see whether or not an announcement will be made on her future. She certainly looks like she still has a lot left in the tank. But her season is over. Let's send it over to Brooke.
All right, Wnba, another career night in points for you and 28 team assists. What is the feeling playing on such a connected basketball team?
It feels so good. I feel like we're playing our best basketball right now, and it's pretty good timing. So I'm excited to go to the semifinals.
And you'll face Connecticut in those semifinals. Give us your early thoughts on that matchup.
They're a great team. It's going to be a war. They're a great defensive team. They have really great players. So it's going to be a battle.
All right, thanks, Wnba.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Collier, an outstanding night. Meanwhile, Diana Taurasi, could this be the end of her Hall of Fame career? If the goal is to leave the sport in a better place than where you found it, then I think we would all say to Diana Taurasi, mission accomplished.
And thank you.
Diana Taurasi was drafted number 1 in 2004, headed to a Phoenix Mercury team in need of an identity.
The Phoenix Mercury are your WNBA champions.
3 WNBA titles, 6 Olympic gold medals, and 6 EuroLeague championships later, Diana is the WNBA's all-time leading scorer.
All right, let's talk about this game. Phoenix look like they came out to handle business, and I really thought that they, of all of the 2-seeded teams, would be the one to force a game 3, but alas, it was not meant to be. Once Minnesota took the lead, that was all that she wrote. They never got it back, and Minnesota just took care of business, and now they're on to the semifinals. And we're now talking about this being Diana Taurasi's last season. We'll see when she makes that announcement. But let's talk about the game. Let's look at the numbers. Who did what? We'll start with the Phoenix Mercury. For the Mercury, Brittany Griner was the high scorer for the Phoenix Mercury. I did not see it, but 24 points, 5 rebounds. I feel like Brittany Griner should be 24 and 20 on the rebounds. But she doesn't jump that high. But anyways, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks from Brittany Griner. Natasha Cloud had a double-double, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal. Kalia Copper just was not her night. I mean, she got hot at the end of it last game, but this game she just really wasn't consistent. But she did manage 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Natasha Mack got in a couple of good buckets. She had 12 points, 2 rebounds. Diana Taurasi ended the night with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Monique Billings had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Sophie Cunningham had 5 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And Celeste Taylor, I think her name is. I think she's the rookie that came over from Indiana. She had 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. She played big minutes though. She had she played 16 minutes and 30 seconds, so that was huge for her. She barely get the play for. Yep, that is her. She barely got to play when she was with Indiana Fever. All right, so over to Minnesota. Man, we got to start off with Napheesa Collier. If she was playing like, man, listen, if she was playing like this during the regular season, Asia would have had a hard way to go to beat her. Not that she wasn't playing bad. Asia just was, not that she wasn't playing good. Asia was just playing otherworldly. But in these 2 playoff games for the first series, the first round, Napheesa Collier has been beasting it. She has definitely been the best player in the playoff series so far. Tonight, she put up 42 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. And she was 12 of 14 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. Kayla McBride had some big buckets, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. She was 3 of 9 from the 3-point line. Bridget Carlton, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. And she was 3 of 4 from the 3-point line. Elena Smith quietly added 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. That's huge. Courtney Williams, I mean, is always there putting in work. 11 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists for Courtney Williams. Heiderman had 8 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. Hines Allen had 1 point with 3 rebounds, and Zandalicini did not score. But yep, that's the game. The game ended with Minnesota taking the game 101-88, and we will see you guys back here for the second round of the playoffs, or as they call them, the semifinals in the WNBA, where we will have Minnesota facing off against the Connecticut Suns and the Aces facing off against the defending champion Aces facing off against last year's team that they beat to win the championship, the New York Liberty. So, I mean, really, really good games coming up. So stick with us. We'll be bringing those to you as well. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next round.